Alright, so where to start with this? I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. This is just a video, talking about our situation with the Morituri CSGO team. And first off, I want to say like there's no hard feelings at all between like me, Addy, AWOL, Nick, Austin. Like we're all like pretty good friends, and like I don't know like that tweet yesterday did come off a little bit sideways to me, or today that like Addy sent out. But like I get it, like you say shit in the heat of the moment, like. But the tweet that I sent this morning, talking about basically how people say they want to grind and put in the work, but then they end up not ever doing that. And like that wasn't necessarily directed toward them. Like that was literally directed toward a bunch of players that have been messaging me saying that they're gonna grind and put in the work, even though I've played with them before, and yet they never showed putting in any grind or any work. They haven't improved at all. They're still in open. Some of them I am, and then they're messaging me for tryouts when you see that they have 5 hours played in 2 weeks, not playing. Some of my old teammates, and yeah, there's nothing between like no beef between me and Addy. The situation between me and Addy is like they grind, yeah, personally, like they put in every time they can when they could, between like matches and stuff. But like I'm just gonna go ahead and start off to the very beginning with like what happened with our team, how we started off and everything. So this is our roster. When we first started off, we we started off scrimming. We didn't know Inferno was the first match. We started off scrimming on like Cash and other maps. We didn't do that bad. We did pretty decent actually. Like we scrimmed. What we were doing is when we were doing tryouts, we were scrimming a lot of IM teams. Basically wanted to scrim a lot of them and see like how like try to like get tryouts and see how different players would play against when we played with them. So basically we're trying a bunch of people. This is when we had Eagle and Addy. So this is the beginning of January. This is probably when we started trying out people. I want to say the 11th right here. So this is the first tryout that we had. It was a tie 15-15. I don't even know who that is, but we basically tried a bunch of people out. We tried out AWOL as well. AWOL ended up working, so we picked AWOL up with Addy and MDN as well, because these like AWOL MDN were pretty insane. It was basically me and Addy rebuilding the Morituri roster, and basically from there like we kind of had a good run. Like we were all playing well together. Like we were doing decent, like tying if not beating, almost like we were tying like most IM teams and almost beating them like with barely any practice. And then we just were looking for that last fifth to pick up the puzzle for us, and like solidify our roster. And during that time as well, we had we were trying out Rents, and we were also trying out Ant and stuff as well. But like during this time, we went to Morituri, and then we basically had a verbal contract with them. We were gonna sign with them and everything, and we were gonna play with them under the four that we had, picking up one more player. And once we made that announcement, we were put to grind together, put in work together, and become better together. And over this course of probably over a month, we played close to, let's see, from the 11th on to here, close to 20 scrims. So we could just say about 20 scrims. So in 20 scrims together, we won probably about four of them. We didn't really win much. Like from the time that we picked up Amp forward, like this is when we picked up Amp right here, the Unbroken scrim. Once we picked up Amp, every Inferno scrim, we only won two out of them. And like that's fine if we're losing scrims. Like I don't expect us to win scrims, especially if we're playing against main teams. And to be honest, like a lot of the kids on our team had IM experience or less. Like they didn't have, they didn't have main experience. So like we were going against main teams with a kind of a disadvantage, to be honest. And we had even Roy strongly himself even said that we had to like, we're not going into main as the favorites, and we have to grind and work hard with a set group of five if we're gonna, be able to compete at a top level in this series. And that's what we wanted to do. That's what we were gonna do. But after every single practice we played with AWOL and Addy and with Nick, me and Amps, like as soon as practice was over, we literally just got off, and that was about it. Like there was nothing else during. Like we literally just got off like right afterwards, and then that's just how practice ended. Like nothing. No one stayed on afterwards. No one talked. It was literally me and Nick on afterwards every single day, like grinding, trying to fix our mistakes, watching demos. Like when AWOL and Addy told us that we had an issue over at A site or at B site. Me and Nick went into demos, we went into practice, and we went into different things that we could do to fix it. We wanted to improve, we wanted to get better, and we had that drive and that grind to do that. Once we were holding down our B site, we still kept losing matches because we couldn't hold A site. And our CT was always the part that was lacking. Our T side was always good together, we were always getting good opening picks because we were good players. But in the end, like if we say like, you know, if you say like one side of the work, what team needs to grind, the other side needs to grind as well. You know, like we have to be putting in work both sides to fix things. And a lot of the stuff that we were losing was just from stupid mistakes. Like we would get the first two opening picks and then we lose 3v5s. Like, and a lot of those rounds literally just cost us so much from just not communicating, not playing well together, and then just there was just like a bad kind of like vibe to everything when we were playing and toward the end. And like literally the last couple of games that we played, there was like for our matches, there was literally just no communication at all. Like it started off strong in Inferno because Amps was calling really well. He started calling and everything worked out perfectly. Like was fine. Like we were close in the Inferno match. We made a lot of little mistakes which caused us to lose that match. The matches after we played these matches is in one day, like a couple days ago. And basically after the first one, literally there was like no communications afterwards for the second one, like this one up here. Like literally no one was talking. It was basically me and Nick like we have to talk, we have to communicate, you know what I mean? But like, I mean, I'm not saying they weren't doing it as well, but like, just collectively as a unit, we weren't there, like with the vibe that we had, and like, they're don't get me wrong, Addy and AWOL are good players. I like they're not bad players. I mean, I like I think things would be different if we would have meshed a lot better and like had that chemistry. Just like it just didn't work out with those players that with Addy and AOL with us. And so me and Nick, we had instant chemistry. Like we started playing well. We had the same mindset and same goals. Like we wanted to grind, get better, and improve. So from there, like we just kept we're just gonna keep grinding, and we're gonna make a new roster from that point. But basically right now it's gonna be me, Nick, Edson, who's AIM, who's Corey. I played with him on Apothian. Social's gonna be playing with us as well, and then we're holding tryouts for our last player as well. Ant will be coaching us for the season, so we're just gonna try to work hard and bounce back from here. Um, like a lot of the matches that we have forward is going to be a little bit easier just because we lost the first three games. So we're just going to try our best to like improve and get better, work hard every single day to improve. Like we're going to stay on after practice. We're going to get better. We're going to improve during practice. Like we're going to actually like practice. Like it got to a point where like you're on a team where we just hopped straight into scrims off the start of practice. We didn't even try to like go into things before and fix things. Like we did that probably like once in 2 week span. Like we should have been doing that every single day leading up to a match. You shouldn't be hopping in. Your main goal wasn't, oh, I just want to scrim so I can tap heads and have fun. Like that's just not, the mindset that we were all in together as a team, and that's just what happened between us. Like I wish it would have worked out because like Austin and Addy are good players, but shit happens. It doesn't work out, and we're just gonna try to move forward, me and Nick, with this roster. So you guys have any questions? Just comment down on the video, and also you go ahead and contact me on Twitter as well. But I just wanted to clear everything up. Like, there's no bad beef or anything. Like, yeah, like it just things didn't click together. Like it was promising at first when we had our four, but then like once we moved forward like with Amp and like we tried to like mesh things forward, things just didn't work out. There's no synergy and like drive to get better between all five of us. It's just kind of just like individual wanting to get better, and from there it just kind of like people lost the drive to want to play and get better, and toward the end it wasn't there. So that's gonna be it for this video. I just wanted to kind of like talk about it and like give like my side of like everything that happened, and like I guess kind of like from Nick's kind of side as well, from like what we both think about it. But like that's gonna be it for the video. Um, I'm gonna head out and go into practice, but see you guys later. Peace.